Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well and good. My name is Samuel, and in this video, I want to share you. I'm going to take you through a footage of Walk with Me, and the purpose of this video is to, or this content is to share you, to inspire you, to motivate you on how to schedule your things and get success in your life, right? So many of us are inspired by the people who has achieved. There are a lot of contents, informations, books, and videos in YouTube, or a lot of informations are there in Google. But sometime, or say most of the time, we really need footage of somebody doing something, right? That's how we follow, and most of our kind of a visual learner, I would say. And so for that reason, I thought maybe I should start this contents for you guys to share with you, that I'm going to be conducting, or say I'm going to be creating a contents for you guys to share you how this little journeys that I plan to decide and to share with you is going to be captured, and from the scratch point, from the basic point, from the zero level or from the ground level, we're going to start it, and we'll try to achieve uh, a very good standpoint, so each of you guys can follow up and see the fall and rise of this I would say a mission, right? So who am I? My name is Samuel, and I have been uh, working in different kind of a business, and also I have worked in corporate. But at the end, things are there that always stuck in my head, that I want to share a lot of things to people like you, right? And I have a very blessing life, and also I have come across a lot of things that I have learned, right, uh, to stand the ground when things are not going well. But in this video, basically, what I want to share with you is we will create a kind of a daily life vlog things that will help you to decide yourself how you're going to go about for yourself, right? So what we're going to do is that this actually is kind of a project that I have in my mind almost, I would say, 4 or 5 years ago. And I have been trying to build this application or this platform or this system, but then it's really actually impractical. It's hard when you do not have a good kind of a similar mindset people or a network within your community or in your place or in your town or surrounded by you, all right? You may have a lot of friends, but does that kind of a friends give you a support to help you grow, or somebody growing, or doing some sorts of community service and assisting people to uplift, right? So in this video, from this video, I would rather say that we will start creating a content that is going to be kind of a footage, as we mentioned earlier. So to start with, I have drawn, like, what we're going to do, how we're going to do. And so I will share you a few kind of initial concept, how what we're going to do, right? The first thing is we need to have kind of a mission, right? And then the mission would be what you're gonna do during this period of time. So let's say we have to basically set a goal, right? So that goal has to have a purpose, like what are we trying to achieve, right? And what is going to be the benefiting point for people, right? Or for the things that you do, basically. So um, here I have written, well, actually I've written those things in last night. So I'm going to share what we're going to do here. The first thing is we're going to give this title as a footage, and walk with me, right? And because I will be sharing you what we do and what we don't, and the ups and downs of this whole process, right? Um, so I have shared. I'm sorry. I want to share with you these things in the footage. The first thing would be uh, the objective, how we can create something that helps people to identify where they are going wrong or where they are having the hard time to come out of that particular pain point. So most of us, we do have a good ideas, right? We have a good concepts, but to build that idea, to build that concepts, we need to create some sort of a foundation. But it's like I said, like it's really hard to communicate with people and share your ideas. Which I used to say, like God gives you a dream, but the dream is given to you, so that if you try to translate or explain to somebody, they will not be able to understand it because that probably maybe it's for you, right? It's you are the creator of that kind of a dream. So somebody you try to share that dream, probably they may not understand because they have their own kind of a dream too, right? So but at the end, how can we merge these dreams of them and ours, sorry, theirs and ours, so we work together, but it's actually really not easy. So uh, that's the only reason why I want to come up with this kind of a content, right? So uh, the first thing is that uh, whenever we want to start something new, what we think about is, do I have the investment capitals, right? So is that money or is that the knowledge? So there are two things which we're going to figure it out. So let's start with that. Uh, we don't have any of those, right? I don't have any idea. I don't have any uh, kind of a knowledge and experience, and I don't have what do you call it, the money, right? So now the first thing I want to share with you is just to reach before we go to this point. I want to share with you is that I was trying to actually build things to share with you earlier, but then I thought that there should be a point, right? What we want to achieve. Now, if you're in America, right, to get any things done in terms of financial things, say you need to raise capitals or you need to borrow some sorts of a credit line or have a credit line with the bank or uh, get some loan, you actually need a credit score, right? So if you're somewhere between less than 500 or less than 600, I would first thing would say that try to build your credit score. I'm not asking you to build like a 700 or 800, but that's okay. If your score is below 620, try working that out on how can I get my credit score up to 620. So the first point would be how to get to that 620 number, right? And that thing actually just take about like 3 months. And if you want to fasten or move that a little bit faster, it is kind of easier as well. The best way would be uh, search for some kind of a work where you're not trying to use that uh, income for your lifestyle, but basically to build a credit. So if you are a new kind of a teenage or somebody who doesn't have this or who has uh, left out thinking about how to build a credit and all those stuff, or who has really have bad credit score, but then also want to start up a new life, I'm encouraging them to focus on an amount of money. It's going to be hard, but I'm just like I said, I've been there, right? I've done that, but it's just a matter of a time. And what ignites you to do these things every day is that you have a passion to do something. You want to share something to the world, and that is something that you want to show to the world that what it takes just to get to the table, right? So first thing first is like we say, the two things is the main issues to start anything in life is what is the knowledge, which comes along with experience, and also the other one is in terms of money. But if you have the money, there is a way that you can ask or approach people for knowledge and experience. So while you are trying to make kind of build your credit score, you end up working. Basically, you have to earn from somewhere. If you never have applied for a credit score, that sorry, credit card, then you can always go to a bank, open a card, and ask for them secured credit card, right? So what is a secure credit card? It's just a credit card. It processes a credit card, and then also it builds your credit score. So you pay, okay, let's say $200 to $500, and give it to them. They will give you a credit card, but that is a secure card. So which means that you pay your own money to build your own credit. So let's start with 500. So, and you have to focus that you are spending that amount and using that amount just for the purpose of building your credit score, right? And if you have to use that card, go ahead, do it, but and also pay at the same time. So the track of that about like 3 to 4 months, if the credit bureau monitor it, they probably may leverage a lot. So it's a very good advantage in one way. So it's going to take about, like, if you are less than 500 or less than 400, it probably may takes about, like, I would say about 4 months to come up to 620. And if you once you start it, you will understand it. So the faster that you want it, you have to contribute your more time and whatever you can do to build up that credit score. The only reason why I'm saying this credit score is because at that point of time when you reach at 620, it is kind of a little bit easier. I'm not saying kind of a drastic change, but it just out of 100, if you have to reach to 100 points, it's just going to help you to go to reach to the second point, basically from the first of your idea to the second point. Then you can think about from there to the third and the fourth, and goes on, right? So what we want to do is this thing would be first to create kind of a plan, a strategies, what you're gonna do, what is your end goal, right? Strategize that thing. And if you have any questions about how to strategize this thing, feel free to comment anytime on the comment section. We probably may host or conduct a kind of a webinar for you guys, so that I will not be perfect on sharing what's the best for you, but I can share you what I did, and so that you can extract kind of a knowledge from there and take your own route from what is convenience for you, right? So like I said, first thing was to focus on building a credit score up to 620 to start with, and the second thing would be then as you are working, right, you will earn some experience on how to manage things. The second thing would be that experience will provide you a kind of a knowledge on how to achieve your goal, right? Without having a goal, it's just like, you're just driving on a highway, you do not know where to go. So if you know your goals, right, if you know your destinations, let's example of GPS systems. So if you input the address where you want to go, actually, the GPS will show you the shortest way to go there. All right, there will be places, there will be a route that you have to pay a toll fees, but that's okay. It tells you that if you pay this much, you will save this much of time, right? But if you do not pay, you can take a longer road, but then it's going to take a little bit more time. But at the end, what we are trying to say is that it gives you an options of how long it's going to take it and when you're going to reach there, right? So that is the reason why we need to have a route maps for our kind of missions, or the objective or the goals that we want to set up, right? So first thing first, we have already discussed about what we want to do. The first thing would be to build up credit score, and along with while we are building the credit score, the experience and the knowledge will comes along with it, and I'm going to be there with you all the time. I will try to post at least 3 videos in a week, right? So the second thing that I want to share with you is, once you finish that first phase of or say once you start building your credit score, it means that you are there now. You want to really start. You are ready to begin. All right. At that point, you will find that kind of excitement, right, in yourself, which will uh, give you a lot of excitement, motivation, and and don't expect somebody to motivate. Let your missions motivate you, right? Remember, if your mission is good enough for people, you will find people are motivating you on the way. But if your mission is very kind of a selfish, or it's just for yourself, then you might would not have that kind of inspiring motivations from people. People may just look at watch your contents and all right, you just leave it. But that's not how you're going to be doing it. What we want to do is that while you are trying to build your mission, people realize that they are part of that mission. And when they see that they are part of that mission of what you are building, they will ultimately give you a kind of a genuine feedbacks and motivate you and direct you and share with you. It's not necessarily you have to be criticized by whatever the matter or the unexpected things, but it's going to be a very good real feedback to get at proper clear directions, and you will be able to focus and concentrate on building up the better phase for your mission. So at that point of time, what happens is that you will be able to take a leap, of faith. Basically, it's nobody else who's going to be supporting you in terms of finance knowledge, but it is your faith that's going to help you out to jump and take a leap on that, right? And what uh, that's going to help you would be, how it's going to help you that faith. It's when you have this kind of excitement, the the you will be interrelated a lot of things together, right? Your brain functions like where are the other opportunities? As a human natures, as a species of a human nature, what we have is we tend to be very very defensive. Uh, uh, that's the way we are. But what we have to understand in that kind of nature is, what am I getting defensive for, right? So that means that if you are in a forest, you might want to protect yourself from the other kind of prayers, right? So is it going to be animal, or is it going to be something that is going to be attacking me? So basically, in the same way, you will think about what in your missions, right? What would be the best thing that was going to help you out on, you know, making your objective safe and secure, so that you just do the best things that you can all the time, right? Try to get rid of the negative part and just stay positive. Okay, like I was saying, that the third point would be have a mission that people witness they are part of that objective, right? Include people, right? So with that, that is the third part, include people in your mission. So with that, what I'm going to share with you right now in this video is we will create that mission, right? And we will try to include people to participate in that, right? So relates to my product, or relates to my service, or relates to my mission. What am I looking for? That I'm going to discuss on the second video, and I will share you what are the informations that you will need, what are the strategies that you have to plan, and how you work out on all those things, right? For now, that is the whole mission. That is what I want to share with you in this content. I hope you would like this content, and if there is something that you have questions about it, please feel free, because this is going to be the first video for you to learn and watch visually and see from the 0 point to the 100 point how we take the journey, right? So feel free and comment your or ask me questions whenever I have a time. I will try to respond as fast as I can, because I'm also working right now, right? I'm working for not only business, but also I'm working for a company, right? I need to make some sort of income. I need to survive myself. So it's not easy, but with watching somebody what they are doing, it's easier to imitate and follow according to our consigns. So that is what I want to share with you. Hopefully this video and this content is going to be benefiting you in your lifetime and in your journey. And if you want to set up your own kind of a mission, very good, and do that. All right, with that, I'll see you next time.